Hello there, dear viewer. We are into the final week of the Barnes & Noble Criterion sale, and I had the pleasure just a couple of years ago to be in a Barnes & Noble store in New York City, the Union Square store, and it was amazing. Now, unfortunately, I'm not in the US at the moment, so I can't shop in a Barnes & Noble store. But fortunately, my friend Tina has gone into the Union Square store for me and done a bit of shopping, a bit of browsing of the shelves. So I'm going to just talk over that footage, and then at the end of the video, I'm going to talk about some of the titles I really want to get in the last week of the sale. So here you can see the massive selection that is in the Union Square, New York City store. I absolutely loved being here, just browsing the shelves, looking at each title that was there. Honestly, I could have taken home, hundreds of these if I had unlimited money. Anyway, let's see what's new. They've got the Repo Man 4K, which has just come out. I have this already, and it is excellent. I'm going to be talking about it more on the channel very soon. Also, the Greg Araki's Teen Apocalypse trilogy. Loved this, and will also be featuring this very, very soon. Then I talked about this during Halloween. I Walked with a Zombie and The Seventh Victim. Excellent release from Criterion. Great value because you're getting two films on 4K. Now, I don't have the 4K of La Haine, which is a masterpiece. I just have the old Blu-ray, so I need to get that 4K. Same with Time Bandits, a film that I absolutely love, one of Terry Gilliam's best films. I don't have the 4K, so I really want to get that as well. Same with To Die For, Gus Van Sant's film with Nicole Kidman. Really want to get this. This is on my wish list. So fingers crossed, I'll get it soon. All of Us Strangers, I have this, and it is a brilliant film. Looks great on the 4K. We didn't know it was coming because it is a Disney film, or it's under the Disney umbrella. So I'm so glad to see that get a 4K release. And there's After Hours, Martin Scorsese's classic film at this point. It had a real reappraisal when it got the physical media release, and I'm so happy for that. David Lynch's Blue Velvet, I don't have this yet. I have the old Blu-ray, which is from the same restoration. So I do want to get it, but I'll probably wait a bit for that. Then we've got Todd Solondz Happiness, a very controversial film, but the film looks beautiful, dare I say, on the 4K restoration. And I'm so glad that it's in circulation again, because it wasn't on physical media for the longest time. Here's the Godzilla Blu-ray, but the 4K has recently just come out, and you're going to see it in just a moment. And of course, one of my favourite box sets from Criterion last year, the Todd Browning's Sideshow Shockers, absolutely amazing. Here's that Godzilla 4K, and I've got this, I've already watched it. I'm going to be reviewing it on the channel very soon, so keep an eye out for that. Another new release, Harmony Korine's Gummo. This also looks stunning on the brand new 4K restoration, and I have a lot to say about this film, so I will be talking about that very soon too. So thank you very much to my friend Tina for recording that footage. I loved seeing that, even though I couldn't be there in person. So yeah, that was wonderful. Now I'm back on the Barnes & Noble web store, going to look through some of the recent releases, and these are just some of the titles which I would love to get my hands on, and these are high up on my wish list. Of course, we're starting with Seven Samurai, and I'm really intrigued to see how the Criterion version looks. I have the BFI disc on the way to me right now, so I want to get both though, to do a comparison, because there are differences. I've heard from other people that there are differences in the subtitling. Then we come to Paper Moon, which literally just came out this week, and it's already in the sale, which is great about these Barnes & Noble sales. The film is a masterpiece from the late Peter Bogdanovich, and I really want to get this. The Shape of Water also quite recently came out. This had a 4K disc before from Sony, I think it was, but it's great to see another Del Toro film in the collection, and I probably will be getting that at some point. Another one I really want to get is Bound. I have the old Arrow video Blu-ray from many years ago, and I've heard great things about the new 4K restoration of this, so really want to get that one. Now this one, Demon Pond, this Japanese film from Masahiro Shinoda. I don't know much about this, but I have looked at some reviews online, I've looked at some footage of the film, and it looks stunning. So very eager to see how this looks on the 4K disc. Scrolling down a bit, I also want to get the Pandora's Box Blu-ray, the G.W. Pabst film, the classic of the silent era. This did get a release from Masters of Cinema in the UK, but I believe there are differences, and I want to kind of do a comparison for myself and see which one I prefer. Another one that's high on my wish list, Real Life from Albert Brooks. I have never seen this film, but I love the other works from Albert Brooks that I've seen, the ones that are in the Criterion collection, like Defending Your Life and Lost in America, but also Modern Romance, which is a brilliant film. And then here's Time Bandits, which I talked about before. I really do want to get this on 4K because I think it's just such a charming film, one of a kind really, and Terry Gilliam is such a visionary director. Let's see what else we can find here that I might want. Obviously, a lot of these I already have already, which is a great place to be in because I've been collecting Criterion for so long now. Here's one I don't have on the 4K yet, McCabe and Mrs. Miller. This is one of Robert Altman's masterpieces. I have the old Blu-ray, but not the 4K. Here's one I want to get, Farewell My Concubine, the Palme d'Or winning movie. Got a 4K restoration and a 4K release from Criterion. Same with I Am Cuba, the Kalatozov movie. I don't have this one yet. I've seen the director's other works, but never seen this one. And I've heard it's absolutely amazing. Mother is that other Albert Brooks film that I really want to get. And I haven't seen this one either. So I would love to get this and Real Life and just have an Albert Brooks double bill. And then there's Days of Heaven. This is one of my favourite films of all time. I still don't have this 4K disc and I need to get it. So I'm hoping Santa Claus might bring this one for me. And Once Upon a Time in China, the complete films. These are from Choi Hark, starring Jet Li. I have not got this collection and I do want to get it. It's been on my wish list for a very long time because it came out, I think, 3 or 4 years ago at this point. And then Blast of Silence on Blu-ray. I really want to get this because the DVD was in the Criterion collection for a long time. It went out of print. It was going for silly money on eBay. And then they announced the Blu-ray upgrade. And yeah, it's now in circulation and I want to get it. Let's see if we can find one more. And yeah, this one, Victims of Sin. I have heard this is fantastic. It's a film I hadn't heard about before Criterion announced the release. And since the release, I have seen so many people that I respect their opinions on films say that this is an underrated gem in the collection. So those are just some of the films that I'm very excited about getting in the near future. The Criterion Collection sale at Barnes & Noble ends on the 2nd of December. So you have about a week from the time this video goes up. And it's just a great time to be a collector. I love the sale period, not only because it's a great chance to get films at a great price, but because it brings the community together. People are sharing the films that they love, giving recommendations. People always send me recommendations for things to watch because I haven't seen everything. And yeah, it's just a great time to be a lover of film. So if you're a collector in the US, do head out to your local Barnes & Noble store if you have one near you, or you've always got the website if you want to buy online. If you'd like to stick around on the channel and get some Criterion Collection recommendations from me, just click the video that's on screen right now. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.